Recently on my Twitter account, my X account, I had made this post. I had said one of the biggest lies that I've heard during this election cycle is I don't care who you vote for, and then I put some dots behind it. And the truth of the matter is that is completely false. Many people out here do care who you vote for. And if you was to say that I'm voting this way or that way, then, or that I don't have to tell you my vote, then they get up in arms. And I promise you, in this video, I'm going to prove without the shadow of a doubt that this statement that I made right here is indeed very true. And if people said that I'm lying, well, I'll let the results speak for itself. So this is kind of another field study test that I did for myself that I honestly wasn't even going to expect the outcome to happen. It's just I put this out there and all these responses came to me, but from other places, not necessarily here. But you're about to see what I mean. So check this post out right here. This is in response to a live that I did about Kamala Harris recently, about talking about the so-called black men's agenda. This person said, bruh, please stop with these nonsense videos. Trying so hard to be anti everything gotta be exhausting. It doesn't matter what she puts forward, you're gonna be mad. And literally in that live stream, I was breaking down how that so-called black men agenda that she had so many loopholes in it. It could have made Swiss cheese out of it. It was so filled with so many red flags and so many flaws. We literally pointed the first one out with literally the first point. And then it's like, did you even watch the entire stream? Because at the end, it was revealed that out of fear of pushback from Ed Blum and his organization, she turned it from a black men's agenda and turned it to an all men's agenda. Like literally, this, you could tell this person right here did not watch the stream. They just saw the thumbnail, looked at the title, and decided to leave this comment without even going through. Or maybe they did, but because there's so much of a stan of Kamala Harris, because you know they get so upset when you do that too. You know, if you pronounce her name incorrectly, then that means that you support the other side according to them. Let them tell it. But I can tell this person either they didn't watch it, which I believe they didn't, or they did watch it and still decided to leave this comment, which I highly doubt that they did. Otherwise, they wouldn't even said this. But let's keep going. Then you have this comment right here. Now, what's interesting about this comment is that this wasn't even a comment left under a video about a video talking about Kamala Harris per se, but it was the Wes Moore video I did. They said, so because of one bad apple in the bunch, now you've decided to move to the other side. Man, listen, you're gonna see a lot of these kind of comments pop up as I go through this video, and some of you these type of comments you probably have already seen. And it's like, so me calling out what's going on, that means now I'm a supporter of the other side? That is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm telling you, the comments get even more crazier as time goes on. I promise you, most of these comments, as a matter of fact, all of these comments right here all came from YouTube, whether under a video or on my community post. Keep in mind, the post that I showed you at the very beginning of the video was what I wrote on X. These aren't responses coming from X. These are responses coming under videos that I've done or live streams or on the community tab when I was just announcing an upcoming video. So that's what makes it even more crazy and more weird. But I have to call it out because this is insane of the emotional toll that it is taking on people. Now, I don't even know if these people are real or not, but I do know that these are the type of responses that in real life you'll actually get. That's the crazier part. Now here comes this. Now this is the same person that left the last comment, but now their comments have become more lengthier. They said, I don't want to hear none of y'all complain about Trump if he wins this election. If he doesn't anything for black people, that was clearly a typo. I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of your whining and complaining. You think you're going to get reparations under a Trump administration? LOL. You people are confused and misguided and will allow anyone to tell you what you want to hear. And that's why people like Trump lie to you over and over again, and y'all believe it. And I don't blame him, to be honest. You want to know what's so crazy, Pam Jam? Everything you said, if you took out Trump's name and put Kamala Harris's name in there or Joe Biden, it would read exactly the same. That's the crazy part about it. If she took Trump's name out of that and replaced it with Kamala Harris or the Biden administration, it would read off just the same. So let's just read this as if it was the Biden administration. I don't want to hear none of y'all complain about Biden. Well, we'll put Kamala. Kamala, if she wins this election, if she doesn't, and I'm reading it as she wrote it, if she doesn't anything for black people, I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of your whining and complaining. You think you're going to get your reparations under a Harris Walz administration? You people are confused and misguided and will allow anyone to tell you what you want to hear, and that's why people like Harris lied to you over and over again, and y'all believe it, and I don't blame her, to be honest. Now, it's crazy how I read it as if it was Kamala Harris's name there, and it reads just the same as if Trump's name was there. Go figure. That's why I said two wings attached to the same buzzard. Apparently this person didn't get the memo. Let's keep it moving. So apparently this Pam Jam person still has some more stuff they had to say. This is maybe if you didn't allow anyone to claim that they are black, this issue wouldn't be happening. Y'all are stupid enough to believe Candace Owens saying that her dad isn't black, but now you want to come up with conspiracy theories about Kamala being related to Aaliyah. Listen, I didn't come up with the so-called conspiracy theory that that Kamala was cousins with Aaliyah. So I know where video this is coming from. This came from somebody else. So I don't know what they're trying to make it seem like I'm the one that put it out there. No, I provided to you where that came from, where that rumor came from, and thank God it's only a rumor, because that's the only time you ever saw and never heard about it. We didn't hear anything coming from Aaliyah's family confirming or denying that, which I do believe that is not true at all. I really don't believe it's true at all. And then they bring up Candace Owens. We've been called out Kamala Harris lineage before Candace got a hold of it. They're doing this person's doing the same thing, giving credit to a person that we know is a bootlick about something we've been talked about, much like how they did when it came to Donald Trump. It's like Donald Trump was not the first person to say anything, but because he's the prominent figure, y'all gave him all the credit, and that's what y'all did. We didn't do that. We've been called her out. But then when Donald Trump did it, now it's like, oh, y'all on his side. See, y'all needed a figure to attach us to, like a leech, to say, oh, we are supporting him because we agree with what he said. No, he agrees with what we said because we said it first. It goes on to say, by the way, how come y'all were willing to accept Obama as black when he's half black and half white, but not Kamala? What, because you don't like the woman? See, now that's going into that territory of because we don't like her because she's a woman, which is the same thing I had to get on Obama about. It says you don't have to like her, but you need to accept the fact that she's half black and half Indian. No, I don't have to accept the fact that she's half black because she's not half black. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science. Apparently it is to you. See, this person is dumb. Okay, they just are. Let's just call it what it is. As a matter of fact, every person that I'm going through all of their comments, they're all dumb. I figured, let me just put it out there right now so I don't have to call each one of them a dumbass. Like my name is Red Foreman from That 70s Show. They really are cool. They're delusional. Okay, this is insane. I hate that I even have to make this video, but you know what? Why not? Like KG said, it's content. Let's keep it moving. So we have this comment right here, and this was left under the post that I made about Magic Johnson. Basically just announcing that I was going to do a video about him and what he said about black men needing to vote for Kamala Harris. This person says, sorry boss man, you are the one that's the bootlick. You up here bowing down to the orange clown. You're the one being paid, but at the same time being played by the opposition. First off, bootlick and my name have in no way belong in the same sentence. They said I'm bowing down to who? Since when did I say I was supporting 45? Nowhere. I call out everyone on all sides. I told people I'm very neutral. I even told people what I voted for on my ballot. Then they says you're the one being paid. By who? They did. The RNC never sent me a check. The people over there never paid me a dime. I haven't seen nothing that hit my account that said anything of the sort. See, this is that straight up emotional projection right here. And they said at the same time being played, they're not playing me because I already see the end game. I see the forest from the trees, unlike you, Mr. E. Haywood 69. This person right here just wrote Read Project 25. I know where this is headed, and just as short as it was with this comment, I'm going to just leave this part where it's at. Y'all can take and do whatever it is that you want with it. Let's continue. And this person said, but vote for the convicted felon instead. Even if you don't vote, it's still a vote for him. I absolutely despise that sentence. Even if you don't vote for him, it is a vote for him. What? No, that's not what that means. But okay, fine, whatever. People acting like it's more than 2 candidates. It is more than 2 candidates. Again, you dummy. There is more than 2 candidates. I mean, you would know that if you actually did the research. It actually is more than 2 candidates. But okay, fine. That's what you wanted to leave with. But talking about vote for. Listen, I already voted. Okay? I already told people who I voted for, and it wasn't her and it wasn't him. I told people who I voted for, y'all can choose to believe it or not. It is what it is. You can hang your hat wherever it is and be done with it. I don't care. It is what it is. But one thing I wanted to point out with the last 3 comments in particular, because I thought that was very, very interesting about the last 3 comments that I just went over. All 3 of these comments that you see right here, the last 3 that I just read, all were posted under the community tab post that I made about Magic Johnson demanding or needing black men to vote for Kamala Harris. Nowhere under there is it me talking about voting for her or agreeing with him or saying to vote for 45, but they literally took that post, ran with it, and these are the comments that they came up with of me voting for 45. So me having a difference of opinion about what Magic Johnson said as an insult to black men, they took it as me saying to vote for 45. I'm telling you, the delusion is real. These shills are absolutely diabolical. This is why I keep telling y'all I can't wait for this election cycle to be over. I keep telling y'all it's because of these shills. These shills are the absolute worst. They're bad on both sides, but the Kamala ones are probably one of the worst, especially when it's dealing with us as black people and even more as black men, as I have displayed for you clearly. This is absolutely ridiculous. So to end it off, let's go right back to the beginning. When I said one of the biggest lies I've heard during this election cycle is I don't care who you vote for. Every last one of those people's responses that I read from YouTube, they could have started out their statements with I don't care who you vote for, and then insert the diatribe that they left behind that first part of the statement of I don't care who you vote for. The thing is, they do care who you vote for. All these individuals that said something, especially those last 3 ones, they do care who we vote for. And they're scared. These shills are shook to the core. They really are. There's no denying that whatsoever. But guess what? At the end of the day, if the candidate you wanted us to support and vote for actually did or what we demanded, when we demanded it and didn't give us the runaround and doing all these studies and all this, that, and the third, you wouldn't have to worry about being shook. You wouldn't have to be worried about being scared. Or if you didn't take your supporters or your big voting block for granted, you wouldn't be asking all these questions. You wouldn't be leaving these kind of insulting comments or insulting black men. Sonny Hostin, Barack Obama, Magic Johnson, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Spike Lee, and the list goes on and on. Even beyond this election, before this election even kicked in, the disrespect is real. And now you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Cope and endure.